We got more Kentucky practice highlights over the weekend, and we also got a very cool mic'd up video from the official Kentucky men's basketball Twitter account. Denzel Aberdeen was mic'd up, the transfer from Florida, national champion, and we got to see a little bit of his personality and how he operates on the practice floor for Kentucky over the weekend. So, shout out to Kentucky. Their social media team does a great job. Before we get into this, Cart, should we acknowledge the elephant in the room that most Kentucky fans are mad at us right now?
Are they?
Yeah, it's been this thing where like new Kentucky news pops up every day, and we're just being framed once again as like the haters, the people that always have something negative to say about Kentucky.
Mhm.
Part of that's earned because you're a self-described Louisville Cardinal this year. So I don't know. I just want to get out in front of that, and
On both.
you can't be both.
Oh, why not?
I guess you can be both. You're you. You can do whatever you want, but.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just do so unless you watch the practice film and have any major takeaways, I thought it was just like a dunk reel. Malachi Moreno looked really good, and there were a bunch of lob threats that were hooping, doing the dunky dunks in that video, but I didn't have any major takeaways worth doing a reaction video to. I'd rather talk about the Denzel Aberdeen mic'd up video if you're okay with that. Did you watch this video?
Of course I did. You're first of all, if you're gonna be part of Big Blue, it's DA.
It's DA. Okay, my bad.
If Mark Pope calls you something, that's what you're addressed as. So
Sure.
please refer to him as DA.
I can do that. DA. Let's talk about DA mic'd up.
Okay. So because we do these a good amount of time, sometimes my mind can go to some really strange places here. This is immediately where my mind goes. Think back to last season and how you felt about Otega Owe when he was on his way to Kentucky. Like, do you remember what that feeling was like?
I like this angle. Yeah, I do.
I don't know if it's going to be the same result, but I feel like the path is kind of like shaping up similarly for me. And I'm kind of scared about that because that's not what I intended to happen. But listen, when you fire up Kentucky MBB, by the way, shout out to the account, follow the boys, really good at social media. I don't know. I kind of get those vibes. Like, I just think a player that maybe, and it's a little bit different because obviously Aberdeen, I think, has the winning pedigree, right? Like he's a national champion. Ortega didn't necessarily have that at Oklahoma, but he was also a little bit better, I think, at Oklahoma. But kind of that similar path. I just think that I think he's going to surprise a lot of people, including myself.
Yeah, including me, including us. I'm fine with that takeaway. In fact, I'd like to flesh out that thought track in just a moment. Now I have more questions from you because I really like that angle. But first, general thoughts to the Kentucky fans I alluded to that think we're just constantly negative and hate us for this. I have no negatives from this. I loved this video. First off, number one, let's start with the important part. Denzel Aberdeen is bouncy as hell, and I had no idea. This dude is like above the rim constantly, and we've seen it a little bit in some of the practice videos that have been shared, but I like that they split this out and gave him like 2 minutes of his own video because it means we got like a minute of real Denzel Aberdeen basketball related clips and then a minute of him talking. The minute of his basketball related clips, much more important than the minute of him talking to me. He's going to be a dude. He's going to play. He has more to him than I realized. I don't think we saw the athleticism like that at all in his off the bench role at Florida. And man, I've seen we've talked about like what Jalen Lowe's looked like from the practice stuff that's been sent to us, and I think Aberdeen's going to factor in here, man. Like,
That was my second takeaway of this is I feel like we let Florida and Todd Golden get off the hook a little bit. Now, obviously, there's some money things involved here, but they kind of just gave him to Kentucky.
yeah, can Florida could really use a Denzel Aberdeen this year, I think.
Yeah,
And maybe we should have framed that as like, wow, look at the savage Mark Pope instead of,
right.
yeah, Florida didn't care. Yeah.
And I don't think we did.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's it's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video. Also, okay, to the talking stuff from him, he does seem like a great leader too, and I think I also underestimated that point because to me, just given his role at Florida, I wasn't expecting much leadership to come over, right? Like, yeah, sure, you're a title winner, but you were like a bit guy. You were a role playing guy.
I gotta pull rank on this one. You're the body language guy. I let you rock with that. I'm the mic'd up guy. You never seen a leader like a leader when you're mic'd up.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It seemed,
I'm not saying it's fake, but I'm just saying when that mic gets hooked up to you, you know what I'm saying?
but
Shit.
I think the body language guy in me can tell when it's performative and when it's
Mm,
not. And this
mm,
might have been a heightened version of DA, but I don't know. Just the way he interacted with his guys, I think his teammates are going to love him. I think he's going to be a key factor. I'm completely rewriting the way I view Aberdeen because I didn't think he was going to play much on this team, and now I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe he starts, maybe he's a dude. Now I want to go down the thought track you gave me. Thank you for this. You said the feel you have with him this summer feels similar to how you felt about Owe last year. And then at the end of the year, we looked back and we were like, damn, we should have counted more on Owe.
yeah.
Let's go through everybody on last year's Kentucky roster and let's run them through this exercise. Because Otega Owe, 100%. We were underwhelmed with in the summer. End of the year was way better than expected. Do you
Mhm.
think that applies to everyone that Mark Pope brought in? Or is it the majority? Is it half? What
It,
is it?
it depends who you ask. Like, would you? I guess I'll ask you this: would you say that Andrew Carr overperformed what you thought he was going to do?
Well, they were really talking him up in the summer. So at a certain point, I feel like it almost jumped the shark a little. Like he averaged 10 and 4, and in the summer they were acting like this was Andrew Carr's team.
Hmm.
So I would say Andrew Carr played true to what we expected. Wasn't overwhelmed or underwhelmed either way. Otega Owe was way better than expected. I think Lamont Butler was a
Yeah.
lot better than expected.
Hmm.
I think Amari Williams was a lot better than expected.
Yeah.
So right now we're three guys who were better, one guy who played true to form. Kobe Brea, either true to form or maybe a little underwhelming.
True to form to me.
Okay, it just that was a guy like all the Blue Bloods wanted, and I
Yeah.
don't feel like he lived up to that billing
Yeah.
necessarily.
Maybe a little more lean to under.
And then I think the only one you could really define as underwhelming, I think, would be Jackson Robinson, but that was largely just due to injuries, right?
Yeah. Same with I guess Kirk Kriisa, right?
So basically, overwhelmingly so, everyone from last year's class either overachieved or lived up to what they were supposed to be.
Mark Pope.
So maybe we need to look at this year's class the same way.
He also goes by DA.
This feels like a curtain being unveiled moment.
Yeah. This is scary.
Did you catch the one funny part of this, though?
Was it him? The funny part to me was him treating Low like he was little.
Well, I enjoyed that. I didn't find that funny, though. I liked it.
It was
Hold on. I got to listen to the final 10 seconds again. Did you catch that?
no wait, say it. I didn't hear it.
So they at the end of this video, the final 15 seconds, DA is like breaking down the huddle. And everyone's arms are in. We get the 1, 2, 3, Kentucky, 4, 5, 6 team or something. I don't know. They did two of those things. Then the video like ends, like they've broken down the huddle. Everyone has left. And in the final 5 seconds, they dubbed a voiceover of DA over it. So it sounds like he's saying this in the huddle, even though the huddle has disappeared. They
Uh,
definitely just asked him to say it like in the locker room after and put it over the end. But at the end of the video, he says, BBN, we coming for number 9. We coming for number 9. So like the Kentucky socials are driving home number 9, and I like that.
hey, number 9. Hey, what do they call it? The assignment?
The assignment. And
The assignment.
God, they're just so They even the social media team operates like the best program in the country, you know?
Yep, facts.